Whoever's watching this video.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, Dale. Non-licensed. And so licensed insurance agent, financial planner, which is so funny. Did I tell you about the head of the meeting yesterday? He got upset at Eric because they brought me in selling insurance. He was an Edward Jones guy.
Oh.
And like that is like not how Synapse works.
You're recording.
I know.
Okay.
Jeez.
I just don't know if that's important to
It doesn't matter.
whoever watches this.
Non-licensed, of course, it could be non-profit. The top level ones, an RIA, basically an investment firm that doesn't do insurance. The realtor mortgage. And then veteran owned business. And then transitioning military consultant. Guy we hire that doesn't necessarily become, we're giving referral fees. Okay.
Great. Okay. So we pretty much have a community of people, and we have a lot of options online and offline to outreach for people. Now, the biggest question we've had from the very beginning is, what is your offer? Well, once we get people's attention, we are drawing their attention to the VLI website. So that's the destination. That's the intent of reaching out to people, is to send them. It's not just send them to the website, but talk highly of it, that they want to look at it. To be like, oh, like this is what we're doing. You can learn more here. It's really our tool.
Right. This is the education, value, this is the brand.
Yeah, that's going to be that's going to cover all of the VLI scenarios.
And the
essentially.
Yeah, and then of course the scenarios.
Yeah. Now, of course, you guys have been working on it. The website looks great so far. The main call to action, whether we tell whoever we outreach to or if they go to the website, is going to be the intake, whatever you called it.
Okay.
Like the form, the questionnaire, the application, whatever we want to call it.
Discovery.
Yeah, discovery. And then,
or what's a military term? Okay, so got it. Okay, so we have a couple of these. Okay, so we have policy review. Come up with a cool name for that. We've got the quote apply. And 3, we should have what would you call a questionnaire or whatever, those 4 questions or however many.
Well, the first thing is going to be
the scenario question.
Yeah, exactly.
Scenario questionnaire.
Yeah.
Scenario identifier or something like that.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, let's just call it the main VLI intake form for now.
Mm-hmm.
Because through that we're going to discover if they should do the the insurance policy review.
Yeah.
And all that. But
the insurance policy review kind of stands on its own, because it's basically like, hey, do you have a policy? Click here. send us your form. Like totally, that's more of a lead magnet.
Okay,
A really good one.
Okay, that's fine, but I still want to incorporate that in the main intake somehow.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes we may have to lead them.
We would do that like as one of the questions. Do you already have insurance?
Yeah.
I just want to that is a thing that we want to have prominent on the website. I don't want it to only show up on the intake form. It should also.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the intake is going to be like the entryway that will lead them to the insurance policy review. Now, of course, like you said.
Actually, the policy review might kind of live on the website, as an opt-in.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. This will be on the website. I'm just saying that.
We'll remind them there as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but this is going to be the main, like probably generic one where anyone that comes to our website, if they don't know where to start, they start here. Even if you have, what was the other one you mentioned? Like the like quote and apply, right? Even that itself can be on the website, and it should.
Yeah, we're not really expecting people to use it as much. At least not right away.
This is going to be, the intake is a way to get their feet wet. It's just that easy way to build trust with them and give them direction, because not everyone knows they need an insurance policy review unless they want to review their policy. Not everyone knows, like, if they need to get a quote and apply. Mm-hmm. But if you speak to them in their scenario, speak to them where they're at, then it'll be easier for them to want to fill out those. So it is good to have those still available on the website, as a standalone whatever. But this is the one that's going to like kind of bring, cast the net for them to go in that direction. It's just an extra thing to help them, but it should be the first thing that people see, because the intake will be good for cold marketing too,
Right.
Or even for your conduits. I don't even know the first thing to do. Just say, hey, send them to the website, send them to this intake.
Exactly, and honestly, this is going to be easier for us to sell the conduits.
Yeah.
Or to explain it to them.
Exactly, because it's not just about, like you said, it's not just about the people who are filling out the form, but the people who are promoting the form. Because we want to make it so easy for them to understand, even memorize the 4 main questions, whatever that'll be in there, that it's non-threatening, that it meets people where they're at, whether it's a conduit or a potential customer, and it's going to want to make them want to fill it out so that they do feel more comfortable filling out the policy review, or they do feel more comfortable filling out the quote and apply. But you have the point is, the whole purpose of marketing is to meet people where they're at in a way where they do fill out the more complicated stuff, right? And so if they see a policy review off the bat, it's like, whoa, but I mean, if they can see it.
I think the policy review is like a tremendous value add. And it'll make people go like, shit, yeah, I don't know what I have in my insurance. Like, yeah, let's fill this out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, though, we are going to have those on the website.
Exactly. It's all what they're ready for.
Well, yeah. But the first call to action will be the intake. That'll be the first thing, hopefully on the homepage above the fold. The first thing, one of the first things people see. That's what I would think. And then
that can literally just be a Google. I'll make a HubSpot form. So
yeah, you can easily just make something where they just answer 2, 3, 4.
And when we have chat bots, we can put, boom, hey, want to fill out our intake?
Exactly. So
confused which scenario to get?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once they fill that out, then that pretty much takes us to part 2, which is like either closing them or taking them through the process of a sale. Now that part we can talk about in another video.
Unless you want but let's at least put what we had on the on this thing that was up there before. So basically, have back 9.
Okay, so this is after they tell. So just mention this is after they fill out the intake, and we know what to recommend to them, or we know what's their next steps, right?
Okay, hold on. There's more than that. So there's also So after we've got the intake, the close includes analysis.
Yeah.
Recommendation. And analysis and recommendation, and then application. And underwriting. I mean, basically, we're going to start saying we're going to do all that for you. We're going to help you through the application. You don't have to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. We just make it sound like it's a benefit. Okay. So all of this is either back 9, Sure West, or Midland, for instance. But
Yep, looks good.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
For now? Okay.